Walking right through this plot is full of garbage. There's no collection, and it's just accumulating everywhere. This waste seemed to be about a week old. Initially, we were brought here right to this room. We worked with IISc for this project, and they helped us to understand how to identify the waste and how old it is. Like, you can see plants grow through certain amount of the waste. That means that waste has been there for quite some time, and the plants have grown through it. So we were taught to identify the waste and the age of the waste. Now, the current state of the solid waste management is that 75-90% of the waste generated in the city is collected, but 21% of the total waste is illegally dumped. This means it's dumped on the outskirts or in other selected locations, mostly because there are only 3 landfill sites in Bangalore, the Mavalipura site, the Mangalore site, and the Bomandhali site, and these places are filling up. Also, to save on transportation costs, instead of going all the way to one landfill site, they prefer to dump it on the outskirts when they're closer to the insects. This is one of the illegal dumps we found in the Vartur area. This was an enormous size plot, which is barren land, huge barren land. As you can see, most of the garbage here is burnt. Again, like in reduced volume, they burn their garbage.
Birds, no.
And this dumping seemed to be quite regular because there was a lot of trash here.
वो हम खाने वाले चिड़िया कीड़े मकोड़े वहाँ
लाल खाने वाले
और बोलो कि कुछ भी बोलो चाइना में
That means something can be done. Only a small amount is plastic and paper. Yes, out of 3,600
एक बोलना कि हमने देखा कि एक डेड तितली को हैंड्स उठा के ले जा रहे थे सुनीता के पास वो फोटो था
Now the possibilities for
फाइट हो रहा है
processing has to be researched more. Alicia, we still don't know how to process it fully. There was a process set up in Mavalipura, but it's not being used as of now. And we need an increased frequency of landfills. Also, waste must be segregated. Once waste is segregated, each different type of waste can go to its designated area. If organic waste goes to composting or say vermicomposting, like the morning session we were talking about, then we save a lot on transport costs.
वाइट वाला चश्मा वो अनाउंस किया पोस्टर है ब्लैक प्रेजेंटेशन ये जी
and the biomethanation or vermicomposting of organic waste. These are just a few of the possibilities to better our management. Now, our objectives specific to our project, we did a physical survey of specific areas. Now, what we did in CST, they divided the entire Bangalore outskirts into 343 grids, each of 3 kilometers square, and we surveyed 2 sets of O grids, which is about 12 kilometers. One was in Vartur area and one was in Bangalore area. And we mapped the dump sites. Now, once we map the dump sites, this helps BBMP say to know where these illegal dump sites are, so they can collect the trash from those areas. If they don't have a map, they collect from their general areas where they've already been collecting, and they leave out all these other areas where garbage has been accumulating. Also, we try to ascertain the type, source, and age of this garbage. We inquired with the villagers as to where they dump their trash and things like that. And that helps with the source part. Once we know who is dumping the trash, we can talk to them, tell them that BBMP is going to help them, and they will cooperate with us. Now, applications of our project is we provide a current data for the status of solid waste management in those specific areas, which can be fed into a GIS, which is a Geographic Information System, and can be used by other organizations. And this provides the groundwork for BBMP's future solid waste management plan. See, they're planning to identify more areas for landfilling. Maybe if they know where waste is accumulating, they can plan to help in better. So this was, I said, Bangalore is divided into 3.3 grids. This is the Vartur area, that's the Bangalore area. Those are the 2 areas that my partner and I covered. We used the GPS and a camera. GPS, we recorded the point at which we found garbage dumps. Also, it records our entire path. So you can see if there's a large area that is missed, that can be gone over again. So you know exactly where we've gone and where we found the point. What this helps us to do is when we go back, we can superimpose these points on a Google Earth map, and we can tell exactly where these garbage has been accumulating. This table is empty because during the presentation it's hard to assimilate all the data, but we wanted to show you how we arranged our data once we collected it. Waypoint number that's given by our GPS. As soon as we reach a point, we press the GPS and it records the point, that is satellite recorded. And then the salient features of this waypoint, that is how, what type of garbage was there and where it was and how it was. The approximate age of the dump and the impact on the environment. Now this is the first set of grids that we covered, the Vastu area. I'll be just talking about a few points because I can't cover all the points in the presentation. Now in number 68 over here, we found a dried lake, and there was a board saying that they were desilting the lake. That is what they claimed, and outside on the borders of the lake was all garbage. All garbage had been accumulated. And point number 75 over there, that was a roadside pit. And then you could, on the road there was a big pit dug there, and all the garbage had been filled up in that pit. The largest dump site we found was at point number 78. The entire plot was a barren land.
I can't talk much.
But only part of the land was being dumped in. That was the picture I showed you earlier of all the garbage. And here in this area we found no dumpsters. You can see there are no points here. This was a largely agricultural area and the activities were less. So the dumping was less, and there are only two major roads in this area. In the Banaghatta area you can see a concentration of points over there. That is the road leading to the national park. There all the commercial establishments have been set up and they have been littering a lot and been creating big dumps. Yeah, there was that other picture I showed you with all the entire plot littered with garbage. That was in that area. It was an area just off the road. The entire plot is filled with garbage and also some construction debris. And here was a small, relatively small amount of garbage between two houses. They keep accumulating their trash there, but it was largely organic, so there was not much. And this is the Jigni industrial area. And we found at points number 11 and 15 what seems to be a plastic sorting facility. So we think they're taking care of segregating their plastics. But like very close by, there were two trucks filled with garbage. So what we found was that in the rural areas, the dumps were less frequent but much larger, and most of the garbage found in these dumps was organic. And outside BBMP limits, like I said, the villagers, they dig common pits, like 3 to 4 houses, families, they dig common pits, put all their garbage there. Once the pit fills up, they cover it and move on to the next pit. Earlier this would have been okay, but now with the amount of plastic we're dealing with, this is not a healthy practice. And in the Jigni industrial area, like I said, we seem to have stumbled upon some plastic sorting facilities. And yeah, what we can conclude from this is that since most of the waste is organic, vermiculture and biomethanation can be implemented very successfully. Also it's farmland, so it will help. The biomethanation will give them fuel. And identification of more landfill is becoming a major thing. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Randy Pugh, our HOD in Zoology, and Shwetmala and Dr. Chanakya and Lake Siddhartha.